right. Hopefully the battery lasts. We got another minute before we're really supposed to get started. All right, welcome to Bricktown Builds. If you are watching, it looks like I'm the only one here at the moment, but hopefully some folks will join me soon. Six, 5, 4, 3, and 2. One being our start. Actually, we should probably open up these instructions. Hope you can hear me over the crinkling of paper or plastic. So that's going to be our plate decal. It's very nice. Instruction booklet is a little bit bent from spending too much time in the box, but that's okay. It'll flatten out. Make sure we manage our trash. And we keep on keeping. So one of the things that I tend to do when I'm building is I like to separate out all the pieces by their types and sizes. It doesn't really matter to me how they get spread out as long as they're all together according to what type of piece they are, and I can easily find them. It's just kind of, for me, it saves time plucking through and trying to find pieces. But, it might take just as much time to, dig through and actually try to find pieces. This is one of those 5 pieces. These are weird. I find these pieces weird. These are it's 5 stud single brick pieces. Very strange. I'm not sure I like them just because they're odd numbered, but they do have a purpose, I suppose. And messengers are going crazy. You know what? We'll put this down here, over here, round stuff. And then some 6. That's another 5 right there. Some 6s. We turn them the other way so they don't get confused. Got a little peg leg. Oh, that's the wrong piece. A couple more of these shallow windows here. These 6x2s. The tool. 2, 3, 4, 5. I sometimes count the pieces up because with Legos, usually pieces are done in even numbers, just because things tend to be mirrored one side to the other, stuff like that. And so if you have an odd number of pieces, there's a small chance that a piece is missing. Although the more pieces there are, and the less pieces there are, the less of a chance that is. So if you just have one piece, well, that's not unusual. If you have 9 pieces, that might not be all that unusual. But if you have 3 pieces, that can be kind of weird sometimes, depending on the pieces. That's the big pieces. I'm going to break out into the little bags. Or sub bags. Is that what these would be called? Would you call these sub bags? Like they like to be spanked. That's what, no, that's terrible. Don't listen to that joke. Pieces get smaller as we go. There's a bunch of these little corner bits, though. Mm-hmm. These pieces should stay close together because they're probably going to get put together. And then these individual little singles, they're very small. We're going to put them down here so that they're kind of out of the way until we figure out a better spot for them, because I would rather these larger pieces kind of get grouped by size, right? So like, big pieces with big pieces, stuff like that, as best as possible. Now these little bits here, you see how that they got that like pyramid edge on them? These things are a pain in the ass to pick up if they're sitting flat, so I always flip them upside down. They're a real pain in the butt. That's just a flat. That's another one of those. I have that. And technically, I think that can go down there like that. He has a friend. Oh, little friends. Look at that, corner bits. Little slant sides. They ain't going that way, and then these ones go the other way. Oh, nope, this one goes that way too. Look at that. Look. Do we have 3 and 3? These almost always sync up and match, right? So usually if you got 3 going one way, you got 3 going the other. Uh-oh. Pieces going everywhere. I tend to stand these little round ones up on the end because you do not want them running off in the middle of your build. Also, an important thing to remember to look out for, if anybody hasn't figured it out yet, these singles come in 2 varieties, right? You can have a piece like this with a hole through the center, or you can have a piece like this without a hole through the center. And sometimes it matters. Not all the time, but sometimes. So you keep an eye out for that. I think we'll put that there, there. Okay, maybe we're making progress here. We're getting it. It's going. We'll from there. We'll watch red square. All right. And the final bag. Whoa, where are you going? I like it when you can nest the bags inside each other. Sadly, these bags are pretty much the same width. They're not really going to be. Oh, look at that. They're good. You got them in. And then you stick them into the big bag. And then you put that in the box for safekeeping. Throw it out later. All right, so then we have a little single 4x there. We got these pegs. I'll put them up here. That's a good spot for them. Get them all lined up. We have these Technic pieces there. Some more squares. I'll put the squares up here. And now we have a whole bunch of little twos. Let's see here. There's one more there. Yep. All right. We can fill some space up here now, I think. Some slanted twos, white slanted twos. Yeah, I split them up by color too, if you haven't been able to tell. Because very rarely are you mixing your colors when you're playing for a given step. You know, you don't want to get it confused. Some gray. It's there. Some tan ones. Some red slanted. 3 of them. You got your grate covers. Nice. I like it when these grate covers are silver colored. You know, they get that nice, they got a nice shine on them. I think that's nice. It's a nice effect, makes it look metallic. I'm all for it. And then we have these little corner bits here. We'll hide them up here. And now we're down to just tiny things. A couple of pegs, small pegs, and some borders. Now we can open up the book and start looking. What we're going to look at. Let's see. All right, so 1, 2, and 3 build the base, and 4, 5, and 6 build his neck and his head. That's interesting. Head's going to be complicated then. Takes more stuff. All right, so we just jump right into it. And it starts off like this. And this, and put that there. Some bright colored internal bits. I like the way that Lego uses like just the brightest freaking rainbow colors they can find to do the internal pieces. Okay. So that's that set there, and then it looks like we take this, a couple of these. Put them together. And then looks like we put a couple of reds on top here. One of these, one there, and this, going like that. Oop, I almost missed a piece. Look at that. See there? I'm moving too fast. I'm not paying. I do that all the time. I am so bad about doing that. But there we go. I think we got it. So then, oh, I see. I accidentally split those up. Okay, that's fine. That. So this is the BD-01 build, by the way, if I didn't mention it before. And BD-01 is awesome. The droid out of the Jedi Survivor video game series and Jedi Fallen Order to start with. Both of which are great games. If you haven't played them, I would recommend them. They're supposedly Souls-like games, but you can set the difficulty level, which is something that, you know, normal Souls-like games just don't let you do. And it's really nice just being able to set that difficulty level. All right, looks like for now we're done with that piece set. So we're going to move on to another design piece. So yeah, I really appreciate that you can set the difficulty level, because I am not a kind of gamer who, like, I've been gaming for a long time. And when I was young, I really enjoyed the challenge of games sometimes, you know, playing through over and over again, trying to get everything, trying to do it just right. You know, stuff like that. That was fun. But now that I am older, what I tend to find is that I really just do not enjoy that challenge anymore. And I do not want to kind of engage at that level of difficulty. So Souls-like games traditionally for me are just painful. Like, they're just hard, you know? And I mean, I guess they're hard for everybody, but I really do not enjoy the frustration that comes with that kind of game. But the Jedi Fallen Order and then the new Survivor that has come out, both let you set that difficulty all the way down to story mode if you want. And that makes them, for me, a lot more accessible for my style of gaming. I don't have to have a big, huge challenge that I can't conquer, right? And don't get me wrong, so Fallen Order is pretty, if you put it on its story mode, it's cake. Like, you just walk through it for the most part. You know, the only thing that kills you is just stupid environmental stuff. Every once in a while, the controls don't really move the character in the way that you intended for them to move. But that goes like, no. That goes like this. Yeah, like that. You know, so it's really an easy to deal with kind of game, you know? And it was very easy. But in Survivor, the new game that has come out just this past week, I think, right? It came out. It might have come out 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. But the new game allows you to set that story difficulty, but it does not change the difficulty of the platforming puzzles that you have to solve. And some of those platforming puzzles are freaking hard, man. Like, they are challenging. So there still is a difficulty level, but I don't get frustrated with, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't get terribly frustrated with environmental puzzles. What frustrates me in video games, hard video games like Souls games tend to be, is trying to figure out a combat pattern that I don't want to have to figure out, especially if it involves having to perform some sort of combination of something or other, because my brain just doesn't want to hold on to that information, and it doesn't want to spot those patterns, right? And so it can be a real pain in the butt. So I really appreciate that they have that story mode. And BD-01, of course, is the droid that joins Cal Kestis in his adventures across the galaxy. Although I really shouldn't say it's all that across the galaxy. He visits what, like 4 planets in each game, something like that. There's like 8 planets in an entire galaxy, and we know there's way more planets in the Star Wars universe. So he's not so much crossing the galaxy as he is crossing the local neighborhood, maybe. But that is what it is. I'm adjusting my mic volume here. I'm a little concerned that it's not up high enough. That's okay, because it still seems like I'm all by my lonesome here. And if I'm all by my lonesome, it does not matter. Because can't nobody tell me what to do anyway. Okay, so that has to line up there, which means those line up there. And then it pushes in, and that's it. Score. Okay. Now that's locked in much more tightly than I would have expected it to be. And then we build another one of these. We can do this. Yep. All right. You have to pardon me just a second. I'm just trying to make sure that I am not missing anything going on the stream here. I'm trying to keep an eye on any visitors or comments. And it looks like I am still talking to myself, which is fine. You know, sometimes you just got to talk to yourself. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Oh, because I'm missing the thing. That's what's wrong. There. Now it'll be right. Come on, get. Oh, I see. I made a boo-boo. Here we go. We'll fix it. Like that, maybe. This is like this. No, it's like that. Yeah. There. Whoops. Made another boo-boo. Might not be able to fix that one so easily. Hang on a second. There we go. Stupid rules. Building stuff. All right. There we go. I believe that's going to be his neck. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think. I think it's likely to be his neck. Some blue bits here. And all right. that. These bits here. How are we doing? We're doing here. And here. Lack of professionals. And then we're sticking that in there. We're placing this on there. All right. And we're going to take this and we slide it right there and then cap it on this side. Center our bits. Oop, too much. Too much. There we go. Now, actually, this looks like it shows those. Oh no, it shows it. It says we have level. Okay, I did a smart thing. Okay, and then it looks like we put these on. Make sure the slits are facing sideways. I get that. That's like a little joint. And then we connect these pieces together. And they join up and stick together. And it says, yay, congratulations, you did a good thing. I wonder if that's the size of his whole body. Yeah. It totally could be. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That's most of his body right there. Impressive. All right. He's smaller than I thought he'd be. For some reason, I imagined him to be larger. Maybe that's the size of the box. At any rate. This plugs in here. This one plugs in here. These guys plug in over here. Okay. Looks like we take some 6s and some 3s. Where are the 3s? There's the 3s. Do that twice. Put them on. Look at that. Fits nicely. Nice and snug. This piece comes here, plugs in there, and yeah, that's correct. That links it all together so that they're big and strong pieces. One piece becomes many. I find the manner in which pieces need to link together to create a strong foundation is always kind of interesting in Lego pieces. The way they do that, how something can go from being really flimsy to all of a sudden just like rock solid. It's really a kind of an interesting thing. Couple of crates. Put the crates on here. these. Walk up right there. And then it looks like we do a couple of this. We just dance a jig. Dance, monkey, dance. That's what we're doing. Okay. Next up, putting some pieces together. What you doing? Put pieces together. Yep, that's what we're doing. I'm from Alabama, so there's going to be some southernness going on in here, and y'all just going to have to accept it. None of the bad southernness, more some of the funny southernness. That's what's going to be. It's amazing to me how. Sorry, I'm just checking my feed here again, making sure. But it is amazing to me how I don't remember what I was saying. I was talking about southernness. There's going to be good southernness up in here, not any bad southernness. None of that bigotry or racism is allowed. We don't take care of that. We don't take that stuff kindly in this household. I want everybody to just get along. I want everybody to be who they want to be. And if they're not allowed to be who they want to be, then whoever's trying to stop them is a bad person. That I'm trying not to offend any of the content moderators on YouTube. So is that's these. Yeah. Yep. 1 and a 1. 1 plus 1 equals 267. I just realized I was watching a delayed version of my own stream. It's kind of messed up. Like I said, I'm new to this. I don't really have any idea what I'm doing. So, take that with what you will. Looks like we do one of these, and we do one of these. And we do one of those, a couple of these. Flat squared bit there. Angry little bit there. Really, these look like that? Okay, no, I'm not gonna argue. Interesting use of that. I've never used these this way. That's interesting. So this is clearly his chest plate that we're making now. It's got a lot of fun stuff going on. I love the greebling that Lego comes up with. Lego creates some of the most just wonderful little, like, Has anybody, have you all seen the Death Star, UCS Death Star Ultimate Collector's Edition Death Star? Death Star 2. Not the one that has all the scenes in it, but the one that's just the Death Star that has the laser firing and it's the Death Star 2, so it's only half built on one side. The Greebling, which if you don't know what Greebling is taking all these little bits that aren't actually the things that they're representing and making it look like they represent the things, right? But up close, you can tell that they're not those things. But from a distance, it fools the eye and makes you think that it's those things, right? That use of Greebling, in my opinion, the most amazing use of it is in that Death Star 2 model. I have it put together upstairs. It is an outstanding model, fun to put together. Kind of the two halves of the partially built section are identical images of one another. You build the same thing twice, but then you mirror them by flipping them. So they come off as mirror images of one another, but you can't tell that from a distance when you're looking at it. And the model looks just fantastic, especially from like 5 or 6 feet away. You get up right up on it. Sure, you can kind of tell that there's some repeating patterns and things like that going on. But from 5 or 6 feet away, your eye can't distinguish that, and it just looks phenomenal. It's one of my favorite models ever. Okay, so then that snap on there. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, something's wrong there. Something is very wrong there, y'all. I'm not sure what did I mess up. I messed up something. I see what I messed up. I know what I did wrong. I'm not happy about it, but I know what I did wrong. I put this in backwards. It has to go like this. Then I plug in and set down. And now it sets the way it's supposed to set so that this can come in here and create more venting Greebling. Yep, there we go. And see, this is really poorly connected at the moment, but give it a few more minutes and it won't be. I'm willing to bet. Well, it looks like I'm still sitting all by myself in here. Nobody wants to join me to build Legos. I get it. Tell nobody even know who I am. Why would they want to build Legos with me? But one day, they will. They will come. If I film it, they will come. Let's see. So now that piece these little corner bits here act as a connector, which makes this connection here much stronger. And now it doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. The UCS TIE Fighter is a great example of a set that is just not structurally sound. That damn thing, pardon my French, that set falls apart like there's just no tomorrow. The old UCS TIE Fighter from the early 2000s or mid 2000s, whatever, you know what I'm talking about? All right. And now it looks like we build a back plate. Or maybe that is the black plate and we build the front plate. Hard to tell. hard to tell. You know, I can just check and see. We are going to build, that's the back plate. We're going to build the front plate. Okay. I could have sworn he had a little round canister back here, but that's all right. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to look a close approximation. Some 5s with some 1s. And one of the ways that I keep my parts straight, sometimes when they connect, like when you get these little ones, and they're twisted, right? You can, I don't know if you can see that, but it's twisted. And I could sit here and eyeball it into position, but a quicker way to do that is just take it on a smooth surface and push. And boom, there you go, nice and flush. Or at least close enough for jazz, which is the only thing that I need. I just need it to be close enough for jazz. I am not a perfectionist. I do not demand that they be perfect. I just demand that they be as close to perfect as I can get them without overexerting myself. Uh-oh, there we go. All right, snapping loose. It'll get, yep, that's snapping loose. Come on, hold on. So here's a great example of when to use this smash technique, because these pieces here need to probably be lined up more properly. I don't have the willingness to sit here and try that hard. Make sure we got some. I have dogs, y'all, and dogs fill up some space sometimes, and that dog fur gets everywhere. Or everywhere, sorry. All right, that's like that, and then this guy goes like this. That's going to be one you have to eyeball, though. You don't have easy access to. I can tell it's crooked. There we go. That's better. Close enough for jazz. Okay. So then we take this and this piece here, snap those together, a couple of these corner bits. They come and say hi. Hi diddly dee, hi diddly do. No, wait, hi diddly do? I don't know. Since I'm talking to myself, you know, I can kind of say whatever I want. Yep, that goes like that. That goes like that. And then, which size? There's 2 sizes here, and I didn't realize that. Need 3 buys fit in here. The last bit of corner pieces come and hang out down here. And then this piece, where does it go? I see. All right, it goes like that. And then that goes on that. Do. Yeah, okay. That snaps there. And then we have these little danglers. There we go. And this is front side. It just snaps into place right there. And I really hope that something comes over here to hold that together a little bit better, because the only thing connecting it is right here. And that seems dangerous to me. Structurally unsound levels of danger. You know what I mean? All right, and that does exactly what I wanted it to do. It kind of gives that a connection at the top as well. Which is an absolute necessity. Then we build a little bitty thingamajigger here. It goes like this. And like this. And like this. And then these. This is going to be a pain. These little bits, they're always a pain. I think I may have made a mistake at some point, and the reason I say that is because I'm looking and I see that there is a square piece here left over, and that just does not happen, right? Like, that doesn't happen. So I need to go back and check my bits here and make sure. I feel like it's probably under here, but I could be wrong. I don't know. That looks right, actually. Where else might it have taken place? I don't see it in use anywhere here. So we scroll all the way back to the last time we saw a square come into play. And we check to make sure that that square is in place. All right, here's the last time the square was in play. And that square is there. It's good. I don't want the time before that. I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it. Okay. Did I miss it there? There's one there. That's taking it back a long way. But let's check. And the answer is, I'm not sure. The answer is, I need to pull that off. And I need to pull this up. And I totally didn't. Look at that. Oh, no. Okay, so we're being punished for my hubris. That's where it goes. We caught it. It's all better now. We put it all back together just the way it was. Honestly, that set, no one would have noticed. You would never have noticed that piece was missing. It's not a necessary piece, just a piece that kind of adds some structural integrity, I guess, a little bit of weight to the set. And that's kind of it. There we go. All right. Yeah, back to normal. Now we can come back here and finish putting this piece into place somewhere, somehow. I'm not really 100% sure how, because holy heck. Oh, I see. Okay, it goes like this. All right. There. And that gives him his little red stripe on his toe. That's his body. Look at that. That's his back. Here's his front. He's got a little thing. Now, I could have sworn on his back he had like a little thing coming out here, and like a little round bit. But maybe that's just in the new Survivor game. You can change his body. You can customize BD-01, and it might just be that I'm remembering the customized body piece that I'm using. In his default body piece, he doesn't actually have that. In fact, You know what? We can probably look on the back of the box and see. Nope. Usually they put pictures. I don't put any pictures. This is all just Lego bits. He does have some health stems, though, straight out of the game. Woo-hoo. All right. That's part one. And these are the leftover bits that you end up with, which is pretty standard. The small bits usually come with one extra. Pardon me while I wet my whistle. And, wow, we've been going for almost an hour. And we're still all alone. I gotta say, if after an hour we're still all alone, well, probably just gonna call an end to the stream. And hopefully you guys will watch this video and more of y'all will join in next time. I'll try to stream again tomorrow to continue this build. If I end up ending it here tonight early, I was kind of planning on going for a couple hours, but if nobody's watching, it kind of feels pointless. No offense to you guys. I'm sure that if you had known about the stream, you'd be watching. The problem is that I only have 7 followers, maybe 8 followers, or subscribers to the channel, and that's kind of it. So, you know, there's not a lot of people who know about me, know about what I'm doing, and hopefully the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, will reveal me unto you, and you'll join me for my next live event. I'm going to sort out this bag, and then if we're still all by ourselves, I'm going to double check on the actual streaming machine because I'm watching this on my phone. And I can't really trust that what my phone is showing me is accurate, so I'll come over and check the actual streaming machine. The problem is I can't. It just, this way I have things set up here, I can't have it facing me at the same time that I'm building because it just takes up too much space. But what I can do is go check it for a few seconds. Y'all will forgive me for that if you're watching, in case I'm not all alone and I'm just missing shit. Pardon me, that was a bad word. I take it back. I'm just missing stuff. In which case, I apologize if you have been watching and trying to talk to me and I haven't responded to anything that you've said. You know, that's how that goes. I'm really tempted to sing a song because I'm an idiot. And so sometimes I sing songs for no good reason, and I cannot sing. Do not take that for me being capable of singing, just that I like to sing even if I'm bad at it. But all the songs I know are copyrighted songs, and I don't really want to get on the wrong side of a copyright infringement notice. You know what I mean? Like, especially with this being like my 5th video ever for YouTube and my first live stream, it just seems like it would be a really bad idea to do that, right? To run afoul of that system. That said, I do love music, and I do love sometimes just to sit when I'm building for myself and not trying to film it or stream it. I I will tend to just put on some music and belt. You know what I'm saying? Like just my whole heart and soul into it. And my wife is playing video games in the other room, and her friends can hear me, and then they all laugh at me because I'm terrible. But I can't stop myself. Just what happens. But right now, I have to avoid it because we cannot cause a copyright issue. I don't know if that would actually cause a copyright issue or not, right? If I just like am singing a song that is copywritten by some other artist, but I'm just kind of singing it without any music or anything, and I'm just making a fool of myself. Does that fall under fair use? Do you think that falls under fair use? I don't think that would fall under fair use. I feel like they would probably ding you, and YouTube is super concerned with that kind of crap, so they would probably ding it no matter what, just in case, they'd be like, just in case, we're not going to let you post that information, which is their prerogative. It's their platform, so it's their prerogative. One of the things I love about music is how it changes over time. So I love oldies, like music from the 60s, like rock and roll, like classic rock and roll from the 60s. And some of it is really not appropriate anymore for today's world, right? Like it has not aged well, so to speak. And there are some songs that you listen to and you're just like, how did they let this air on the radio to the public? Like, why was this song a hit in its time? And some of that can answer. You can take some of that information and answer what is wrong with boomers. You can answer that question a little to a certain extent, right? For example, there's a lot of songs about being in love with inappropriately young ladies, those songs are just they're everywhere, especially in the 60s, and it's amazing. Like you listen, and there's songs about, they're written. It's a hidden message, not as overt as today. Like songs today, when they sing about what they want to do to young, when the male singers sing about what they want to do to young ladies, they're pretty explicit. Even in today's terms, they don't hide behind a lot of metaphor or anything like that. In the 60s, they did, but still, it's not like it's a strong metaphor. It's just a metaphor, right? Like you still know, right? Like all the songs about drugs, they're not saying drugs, but it's drugs, right? Like you can tell it's drugs. So I just find it amazing. To me, that's a culturally significant and amazing thing to listen to and to explore and discuss. We could talk about that on a stream while I build Legos. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Well, I guess technically we are talking about that on a stream while I build Legos. Although I'm still just by myself from all accounts. So, there's that. But let's put this away. I'm going to go check the actual stream and not just what I'm seeing here on the phone. And if there are some of you, I'll try to respond to some of your statements. And if there's not, well, we're going to end things. So what we got going on here? No viewers at all from what I can see. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's here. All right, guys. So it definitely looks like I'm all by myself, which tells me that I've been sitting here for an hour and nobody's really watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today, and I'll do another stream. I'll try to schedule it in advance and maybe do it a little bit earlier. I don't know if tonight was too late. I'm kind of trying to experiment with time, and so I wanted to do like 10 o'clock, and then so now I think I'll try like maybe an afternoon stream tomorrow, like around noon or something, and see if we can get any viewers going that way. Uh, if you're watching this video post, thank you for watching it. Please subscribe. Be sure to like all the videos and subscribe to the channel, and stay in touch. We'll finish up. We'll continue building BD-01 in the next stream. Look forward to it.